Hello, everyone. My name is Muriel. I'm the founder of Double V Consulting, an agency that helps overseas brands to enter China, and Chinable Academy, an online training and resources sharing platform that focusing on China marketing. The second topic is private traffic for beauty brands in China. Why is private traffic so attractive in 2020? I think the first reason is that because public traffic is getting more and more expensive. Traditionally, when brands are opening the flagship stores on marketplace like Tmall or JD, and they also manage their maybe WeChat account, like official accounts on the social media, you have to pay a lot for the traffic. Like on Tmall, you have to pay a lot of money for getting higher ranking, like the SEO, and pay for the banners, posters, everything. So you have to pay a lot on this public domain. It's getting more and more expensive because you are getting more and more competitors. And for brands, you can't really afford to cover all these channels because there are so many marketplaces, so many social medias. There are actually too many information channels for customers to receive information, for them to find your brand. So for brands, they can't afford to cover all these channels. But when you're talking about private traffic, it's on maybe it's just in one social platforms. It's just in WeChat. You just need to manage the WeChat group. You manage this small group of core customers, and you encourage them to invite their friends, their family to join this group to become your customers. So it's much easier for brands to manage a small group of people instead of paying a lot of money for traffic on public domain. So I think this is one reason, because on public domain, on marketplace or social media, the acquisition cost is getting much more higher now. So that's why brands are developing a private traffic system to manage their private domain. And the second reason is that public traffic is one time. Like on Tmall, you are paying for higher ranking, you are paying for SEO, but the traffic is just once. They come to your store, but you don't see any conversion. You are paying a lot to get these people to come to your store, but no one buys. So you can't really get any conversion. On public domain, the conversion rate is very, very low, although you are actually spending a lot of money for the exposure, for the traffic. But by managing your private domain, you can increase the conversion rate because this group of customers, they are your core customers. They are loyal to your brand and they are willing to purchase your products for the second time, third time, for more. And they are willing to invite their friends and family to join this group so that you can improve your customer loyalty, you can increase the repeat purchase, and you can use your core customers to help spread the word, to build the word of mouth in their friends circle. So compared to public traffic, the private traffic is more long-term and more sustainable, and you can also get higher ROI by investing in private traffic. So I think this is why it's getting more attractive this year. What is the secret of successful private traffic in China? Any must-have elements or tools? I think first you need to build a social CRM system. This is very important if you want to manage your own private traffic, because managing the private traffic, the whole key message is to understand your customers, and you need to find them and engage with them and have them purchase your products. This is the whole key message of private traffic. So you have to focus on your customers instead of focusing on the exposure traffic. No, you have to understand your customers. So you have to have a very complete social CRM system so that you understand them, you can find them, you can have the promotion, the whole campaigns to engage with them, to encourage them to spread the word. And the second, you will need an operation team, an experienced operation team to manage them. Like will we see a lot of brands are doing this, like Perfect Diary, they have a lot of groups on WeChat, and they need to like send out messages in the group, send out these promotions campaigns like every day, and they need to answer the customers' questions. They need to talk with them like one-on-one. So you need to have an operation team like managing the private traffic every day. You need to engage with the customers on a daily basis, and you need to have regular promotions, new products, new discounts like every day to engage with them. And I think the third one is that brands need to be patient, because it's really hard to get results from managing private traffic in a short time, because this is a long-term thing. So brands needs to be patient so that you can see the results from private traffic. What is the role of mini programs for private traffic? How about VIP WeChat groups? I think first, mini programs, it actually gives more possibilities in your private traffic strategy, because mini programs can give you a lot more choices when you're managing your private traffic. For example, it can be your online shop. You can use it to build a membership system, a VIP system. You can use it to create a game to engage with your customers. You can use it to send out red packet, or you can use it to like a system to ask your customers to invite their friends, and then they can get discounts or get commission. So I think mini programs provides a lot more possibilities to your private traffic strategy when you're managing this WeChat group, these customers in your WeChat group, because it's connected and you can do everything inside WeChat. You don't need to ask people to go to your Tmall shop to buy, so that they need to go to another, they need to close WeChat first and then go to another app. It's too complicated for them. And if you ask them to do this, some of them may not willing to do because it's too complicated. But with mini program, you can do everything inside this app. You can ask people to play the game, to get a red packet, to join the membership system, to purchase the products, everything. So I think it's more convenient for you to engage with your customers, and more convenient for brands to encourage repeated purchase. And for WeChat group, you use it to build and manage your private community, because this is a private group and it's a private community that you're using it to engage with your customers. And you use WeChat group plus mini program to create a closed circle of your private traffic and within this WeChat app. So it's much easier for brands to manage everything inside WeChat app. Is private traffic strategy suitable for all beauty brands? I don't think it's for all beauty brands. First, I think it's more suitable for new brands or maybe not so well-known brands, so that you can use private traffic to get your core customers, the first group of your customers, and use them to spread the word by managing the private traffic. For more well-known international brands, I think it's quite hard for them to manage private traffic. You will need a lot of people, and I think it's much easier for them to just have a flagship store on Tmall, to do the commercials, everything, to work with KOLs, instead of managing the private traffic. The ROI may be lower in the private traffic. And also, I think it's more suitable for maybe high value products, because if you sell really cheap products, mm, managing the private traffic can be very costly, and if you sell really low value products, it may not be very cost effective. So I think maybe it's more suitable for higher value products. And also, you will definitely need a very strong and experienced operation team to manage the whole thing. So if you can't afford to build a team to do this, maybe private traffic strategy is not suitable for you. So yeah, it's definitely not suitable for all brands. Before you have this strategy, before you decide to do this, you will definitely need to figure out like if your brand or your products is suitable, and also if you have an experienced team to do this. Otherwise, investing in private traffic is also, the investment is also huge. So you may not get the satisfied results in the end. We know that private traffic, especially in the case of Perfect Diary, is very costly. Hundreds of people managing groups and others. Do you think it is profitable in long term? I think first, private traffic is not separate. It's not a separate thing in a brand's strategy. It's one piece. You have to see it with the public traffic together. You have to see it in a big picture. So when you're talking about profitable in the long term, you can't really separate private traffic from public traffic because it's together. You can't say that, well, separately is private traffic profitable or separately is public traffic profitable. It's impossible to separate these two things. You have to see it as a full branch strategy. So private traffic is good for maintaining the core customers, but for sure you will need a lot of like promotions, campaigns, new products, discounts, and you will need a lot of people to manage the private traffic to engage with them. Otherwise, it's really hard to have an active group, of core customers. On the other hand, I think when you're talking about private traffic, it's also a very valuable asset for the brand. It's more than sales. So when you are managing these private groups, you will be able to reach these customers directly. You will be able to hear from them directly. So you will understand them more. You will understand their needs, what products they are looking for, what kind of ingredients or functions they are interested in. So this is also very valuable information for brands. I think it's more than sales. It's like more for long-term thing. Like it's the brands can gather this information for their future product development and also their future marketing strategy. So when you are seeing it from this perspective, it's more than sales. It's more like customer data to foresee your future strategy. And I think in the end, it's all about brand power. Whether you're managing your private traffic or public traffic, it's in the end, it's about your brand power and brand equity. The brands first, you need to know that what is your purpose of managing the private traffic? Like, what's your target? What's your goal? Not because it's a hot term now, but what do you want to achieve from your private traffic? Is it just short-term sales? You just want to sell products, or you want to really build a powerful brand for long-term, or you want to get more customers' data? I think first, the brands need to figure out what are you looking for from the private traffic. So it's really hard to say whether it's profitable or not, because it's more than sales, in my opinion.